Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom week 35, day 5. So today, wait, what's going on with the, oh there it goes, okay. Hello Roman, hello Barbara, hello Bill, hello Dwight, hello Jason, hello everyone else, welcome. Okay, so game plan for today, of course, we got ourselves invasions, specifically Wildfolk invasions, same team that we mentioned on the weekly video. We're running Rubus Tressa, the Explodey weapon, Wild King, and King Salinas. Of course, if you don't have the weapon, you can run the new one that just came out today. And run double Rubra Tressa up front if you don't have Wild King. And you can just put any support there that you want. And this is the way that we're going to be rolling down with it. Of course, there's a new weapon. As far as that new weapon is concerned, it is the following. It should be Explodey Wildfolk, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, explodes 30 green. What color was it again? Brown, yellow. That can kind of work. It explodes 40 green gems, grants a random status effect to all Wildfolk allies, and then summon a Wildfolk troop. So, standard Explodey weapon. Don't think it got any good perks, but I'll go double check. Of course, we want to go buy up to that weapon. That's 210 gems. Oh, well, look at that. Scourge of Honor. Remember when we didn't have... Wait, did we not have double Scourge of Honor before? Was that the reason we weren't running it the other week? Or did I just forget to set 2 of them? Because what we do now... That's one of those dozen mythics I was talking about. Make that a dozen and one. But, yeah, there we go. Got ourselves another Scourge of Honor. Low chance, but there's a chance. There we go. Anyways, let me double check. Is that our second Scourge of Honor? I could have sworn that was the reason I didn't double up earlier. It was! I only had 1. Well, now we have 2. 1 week late. I needed that last week. Would have been a little bit more useful. As a second Scourge of Honor would have been slightly better than double Tina 9000. Actually, never mind. Wait. Isn't that usable for this event? Hold up. We can still use it for a couple battles. Hello. Aha, never mind. We can still use it. 3 days. Hey, we actually get use. Wow, we actually get use out of a mythic we get. That almost never happens. But there we go. We actually get immediate usefulness for it today, tomorrow, and on what's it called? Actually, I might as well do this first. Gosh, we're already here. Let's go test the new mythic we just got. Well, it's not new, but you know what I mean. But yeah, double Scourge of Honor. It doesn't improve this team much, but at least we don't have to worry about once the second one gets full mana if it will kill or not, because it will, since it hits all 4 rather than only 3. So might as well. Anyways, hello Jonian, hello Emernator, hello Barbara, hello everyone else. Welcome. Alright, so now all we have to do is go get Scourge of Honor. Boom. Do Scourge of Honor again. Boom. And we're going to need the other one. But in the case of Tina 9000, that wouldn't have killed. Because we wouldn't have 3 AoEs. That would have been 2 AoE and a Tina. But now it's 3, so they all die. Because otherwise, one of them would have survived there. If we were doing it the other way. But now they all die. Of course, we didn't have to do that. We could technically have put, like, Draculus there or some kind of other red true damager. But, this also works. It's the way we're rolling. So we do that, boom, Marilith again. 1 more cast and wipe. And this would last the entire time. There's no point where this team would fall off at this point. Even the other one would have got one the entire time as well. And 2 more days of this and we get a Power Orb. Which, of course, as we've mentioned, Power Orbs, not really much of a purpose these days, but hopefully they'll add more things to use them on in the future. So hello, Ginky. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello. Welcome. Alright, this is not mana we want. I guess we'll take the red. I think it's somewhat mana we want. It's not maybe in the exact way we want to take it. Biggest issue is there's not that much green or red on the board right now. It's like our 3rd full board clear. We don't even have mana yet. There we go. Right, he's going to take extra turn Skull. It's slightly unfortunate. But first lot dies, not too big a deal. Because we have a backup mana accumulator right behind it. This is going to mean we're probably going to block our mana slightly. Oh, we're going to block it with Phoenicia of all things. That's a funny thing to block it with. That's actually slightly bad in this particular situation. The main reason being that I don't need physical damage right now. And then we wipe it out with true damage on Scourge. Oh, you're still alive? Gosh. How tanky are you? There we go. That thing just does not want to go down. Alright, 3 more fights. And we'll be a little past halfway on the Orb of Power. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did I ever buy the 1 copy of the Golden Pet? I don't remember if I did. I'm pretty sure I did, but for whatever reason. Why do I feel like I didn't? I'm gonna double check. Could have sworn I did. Someone left a comment on one of the videos earlier that made me think I didn't. There's something about how the Golden Pet was acting weirder this time. But to my understanding, it's the exact same it was last time. Nothing different. But let me double check. Let's finish our battles first. Oh gosh, the spell reduction. Actually, at this point, I might as well kill it with Merilith. Or that. That works too. Merilith would have low. Yeah, 2 more fights. Let's clear those real quick. You lost a lunar event battle this morning? Oh no! You haven't bothered to switch? Yeah, that can happen. If you keep using the same team for too long. Because you do eventually reach a point where it kind of falls off. This can technically happen with the team I'm using right now. If we get skull spammed hard enough, we will lose. Luckily, the Entangle is doing a lot of work right now. But if we get hit by enough skulls, this team just falls apart. It's not meant to tank, it's just meant to get mana very quickly. Which means you do eventually reach a point where it tears you apart. The easiest solution to that is put Hero in first slot with Barrier on Brown. That's not what we're currently using, and we'd have to give up Storm for it. But it would give us the most amount of protection. Like Elementalist first slot with, well, that basically just that. Just Elementalist first slot, just chill right there. It'll be fine. Most likely. I'll throw that down. Because that'd be the easiest way to make the team that we're using right now a lot more survivable. Compared to how it currently is. Oh, good. Oh no, I was gonna say good he didn't get Skull there. He still did. He managed. Unfortunate. And not full mana, oddly enough. Might have to explode again. You know what? I was gonna take the mana. Biggest issue is the other one's like ever so slightly short. Luckily, this one has so many boost ratios, he's just gonna kill it out anyways. Hello, Draco. Hello, Clipbomb. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hey, let me double check something. Did I not get the golden pet? Pets unowned. No, I got it. That's weird. So what was being mentioned about it earlier then? Unless it's not cosmetic this time? Pretty sure it is though. Wait, that's the old one. Oh, there's a new one. But yeah, it's normal. No bonus. You can use an orb if you want. Yeah, there's nothing different with it. Same as before. Yeah, I'm not sure what they were talking about then. Anyways, let's go and so we did that. Let's go to the World event. So, or Invasion event, I mean. So, of course, let's just plug our Invasion team in and pretty much just destroy everything. Though we are using one that might not be super good at the lower range. And of course, we did get the new weapon, which we just got from spending 210 gems. We also got that new mythic, or not new mythic, but another copy of that one mythic, which is very lucky. But this one right here is the new weapon. Don't hit the orb. It creates a leaf storm. Wait, what? Why? Wait. Why? That makes it weaker. Wait, does it? Oh, it does explode green, though. But why, though? What Wildfolk wants green that isn't Wild Queen? And why would you use this with Wild Queen, necessarily? Interesting. That's weird, because most Wildfolk are yellow, not green. Like, almost every Wildfolk wants more green, not more yellow. But the one exception being Wild Queen. But a few exceptions, but most notably, the one exception being Wild Queen. So it's basically like a Wild Queen support weapon, then. And obviously you can use it in other situations as well. But I mean like from within the kingdom. Of course there are some other Wildfolks here and there. I guess we'll upgrade it. If you're going to bother using this weapon, you probably want the Storm on it. Yeah, there we go. Speaking of which, a bunch of other weapons haven't been upgrading. This is the one from the Season Pass. It's actually on the free side as well. Though that one's kind of useless. Mang, we want to deliberately not upgrade. And there we go. Alright, anyways. So, next order of business. Let's go destroy everything. Oh wait, I'm not using an AoE team though. What is our best AoE option from this kingdom? I know we have, what's her name? I might just run that for the super early fights. It's that one green-yellow. What's her name? Yeah, Luna. I think we're just gonna run, oddly enough, can we actually get away with the faction team? Wait, that's really funny. Can we? Isn't it called Bunny something? We can! Wait. Yeah, we're literally just running the faction team. Oh no. That's really funny. We're literally running, Warren's pure faction. Not for the whole time, obviously. But for the earlier fights... Oh, the banner is already correct. But for the earlier fights, it is actually viable to literally just run Warren's pure faction. And then we'll switch back to the other team once we get a little deeper. That's funny. It's mostly because we just need AoE. Actually, you know what? I should probably put King Salinas in the last slot. Probably should have switched that out so we could have half mana start. Just to make sure she gets mana a little bit quicker. Because we're probably not going to need that many casts. Oh, who knows? We might. For the earlier fights, we're definitely not, though. So let me put a King Salinas there. Something you couldn't do for the pure faction, but something we can do here. King Salinas. There we go. Oh, hello, Isabel. Excuse me, sorry. Wow, that came out of nowhere. Alright, where were we? Let's throw down that. Actually, that came absolutely out of nowhere. I've been feeling good today, too. What's with the sneeze? Just completely random sneeze. It might have been from eating earlier. Might have ate too quick. Though I didn't really eat that quick. Let's see. We'll go for the, thing. Oh, no, we missed. Oh, no, I almost gave Valraven the escape he needed. Imagine. Like 10 HP Valraven actually escaping. It's not impossible. Oh, so we just got back-to-back Valraven. I'll take the green. Unfortunately, we're going to be 1 mana short, though I guess it's not going to matter. I just feel like using something different. Oh, no, I'm just using an AoE for the earlier fights. We're going back to the other team as soon as we get a bit deeper. But normally, whenever I mention teams for invasion, and somewhat for raids, but more so invasion, it's normally referring to once you hit 4 towers for specifically invasion. For the super early fights, you could just literally run whatever AoE option exists. I don't always mention them for the video, but for the super early fights, you normally run like an AoE build. And then you switch once you hit like 3-4 towers to the other build. Kind of like how the level 100 plus faction teams are used for the later ends. And while you could use them at like 20 to 100, they're normally a bit slower at 20 to 100. It's kind of the premise with generally whatever team we show. Where like the super early range, it's like ever so slightly slower, but for the later range, it's made to be optimal. Why not Beatrix? We could. I just figured AoE damage is a bit stronger. At least for this level range. Because we don't need cleanse for anything. And our overall damage output is weaker than a full AoE. Hello, Henry. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's not going to be enough mana. I have to pass a turn. Oh, no, I can just kill with King Salinas. There we go. Yeah, she did something for once, other than 50% mana start everything. Yeah, I still have not seen a single Dragonite gnome. We've gotten like 6 or 7 Cursed Gnomes. 0 Dragonite gnomes somehow. Oh, is Lupina healer and drop table now? I'll need to mention that on Monday. Thanks for reminding me. Because now that I don't need them, I haven't actually been checking them. But that's good to know. It's actually kind of funny that it happened today. Because today's a Warrens event. We play a lot of Arena. Yeah, I still find Arena to be fun. I just haven't found the payout to be worth it for a while. It's one of those modes that got a rework that really needs another rework. It is kind of funny that Lupina's healer is available today, given that's a Wildfolk event. Because that kingdom is generally considered the Wildfolk kingdom, that being Pan's Veil, that is. Of course, there are Wildfolk in other locations. But it's like the premier locations of Wildfolk. It's also where the Wildfolk hero class is from. Hello, George. Welcome, welcome. I bring back heroes to arena. Oh no, I don't absolutely hate hero not being in arena. It's really hard to balance hero in arena because it's very, very strong. One other weird thing about hero in arena is your level up stats actually counted in arena. No other stats would help you at all in arena, but for whatever reason, it did have specifically only your hero level up stats assisting you. Which means someone who's like a level 1000 would have a easier, someone who's like level 2000 would have an easier chance than someone who's level 1000 in arena, because their hero would be slightly higher stats. Which is always a weird thing about arena, because it's supposed to be like an even playing field, but then your hero could be stronger than other heroes. I was gonna say, how's that thing not dying? Also, we just killed it off of poison. We random stats affected poison and web, and the poison actually killed it. That's funny. The only problem now is I actually need triple cast to kill. Because that will not be enough. Throw another poke, because why not? Is that enough? Still have to pass a turn. And there we go. Up, and now there we go. I just realized I could be running pure magic right now. So I'm switching it now as we're about to switch it back like any second now. But actually no, because the other one also needs it that way. So I'll work out. Alright, so let's do this 2 more times and then we'll switch over to our real team. One we mentioned on the weekly video. Reflect getting a little bit of value in there. Not a lot, but every little bit helps. And then we get our orb. It is always worth doing up to this point, even if your guild has already finished all tasks. It is always worth doing it up till 4 towers. The main reason being is it's kind of like Tower of Doom in that regard, where you actually get loot up to that point. In the case of this mode, you get loot up to 4 towers, which is it's 65 gems and an orb. And we can actually see that right here. If we go claim our mail, it should be exactly 65 gems and an orb. And if we click claim all, 65 gems and an orb. And you get that for going up to 4 towers. So even if your guild is already finished, like all rewards, it is still worth doing invasion up to that point, which is exactly where we are right now. So this is like the bare minimum you would want to do for an invasion event. Though, of course, we still have more to go do. So let's go switch to our actual team, which is this one, the same one we mentioned on the weekly one. And of course, if you don't have this weapon, you could use the new weapon. You can double up on Rubik's Tesla. You can replace that Wild King and double up on it. Pretty much, you can just solo the whole thing if you really want to. And of course, we have it very centered around Wild King and just obliterate everything with it. That is the game plan. So right off the bat, get a little bit of mana. Destroy their entire team. And there we go. Just take a poke, take a poke. Take a poke, if it'll let me. And take a poke. And just rinse and repeat. And double up front can make sure if one dies, you have a backup. I almost feel like replacing our hero, to be honest. Let's see. Like, there's one thing to go. I think it's hero for a second one. There's something I would remove from here. Oh, we're gonna take Skull first. Oh, you know what? I probably shouldn't have. I forgot. We would have had enough to enrage kill on it. Like so. Yeah, maybe we do just replace this with a second copy. What's hero really doing here? It's not giving enough support to really justify its existence. So we're going super standard invasion weekends. Double invasion troop. Something that helps spam skull and a mana accumulator. But King Salinas isn't really a mana accumulator, but it helps us start with mana. So we do that, boom. We take a skull, or not. Okay, yeah, there we do. Then we hit him again. Then we take another skull. Wait, oh no, I thought we could take one for a second. Soon though. We throw King Salinas just to pass our turn. We throw it out to kill, and he's dead. And rinse and repeat until we win. Or until we finish all of our battles. Obviously we won. It'll be a pretty straightforward invasion event. If you don't have him, you have Wild Queen. If you don't have that, you can literally just put a mana accumulator there. Either hero or whatever else. It's basically just, it's pretty standard invasion. Just literally double invasion troop, something, and something. Which is pretty much every invasion in existence. Pretty much. I go throw that down. Get a poke. Do it again. Dead. Yeah, you don't have to go a tower killer. Though it's definitely convenient to go a tower killer. Especially since you can max it through the event. It's already been available through other means, so you probably already have copies of it laying around. Most likely. One turn off of full mana. That's unfortunate. It looks like we have 6 battles left. Though we have been getting a lot of Owl Ravens. Maybe just closer to 8. Oh, I took away all my mana I needed. I do feel like this is quicker than Beatrix, at least around the one-shot range. We're probably going to be in the one-shot range for a while. And even once it's not in the one-shot range, it has so much damage, I don't think it matters. Also, its one-shot range is very wide. Because if you consider what is one-shot based on Wild King buff, we have a very wide one-shot range. If you put that into consideration. Like, obviously our one-shot range for our ability is eventually going to fall off. But the one-shot range for attack-boosted Wild King across our invasion troops, that's a very wide range. Especially if you put into consideration Enrage on top of that. Like, we're almost never going to stop one-shotting. At least for tier 3 anyways. Obviously, deeper tiers on leaderboard would maybe want to have more of an AoE-based approach the whole time. Because this build does eventually fall off, though realistically, you'd have to buy like tier 6 or higher for it to fall off at some point. Also, I probably should take that skull first. And even then, it probably wouldn't fall off. Because it might be slightly slower than another build. Because generally, once you go super deep, you tend to tweak things slightly. Ah, there we go. But for tier 3, this is easily going to go through the entire weekend. If your whole goal is just get tier 3, get weapon, and just do the battles for your guild. It will easily go the whole way. And there we go. Fortunately, nothing too good there. Oh, we got some shiny orbs coming up. As well as the greatest of all time title. Anyways, what next? Let's go hand out the code. We just finished the main event of the day. Let's go hand out a code, clear out everything else, and probably do some Volkies. Still got a gigantic stack. Last we left it, I believe it was at 1,750, which means it's now at 1,751 because we just got a Volky, right? 1,751? Yep, exactly so. Which makes sense. Anyways, let's go do dungeon real quick. Boom. No, we got webbed. No, we got weakened. Hey, we got MSFs. Alright, what's the game plan here? Do we just Zulgoff? What were we hit again? Web. Ah, that's an annoying one. Honestly, Web might be more annoying than Silence. I want to put like a cleanser here, but I also don't want to deal with it. You know what the answer to that is? I have the solution. Orpheus. Orpheus. Orpheus, give us power. Alright, and now we go to fight. The way you cleanse without needing cleanse. Okay, there we go. The solution to all your cleansing needs. Just put a billion Orpheuses until one of them trigger. One really funny thing about that medal is it can trigger on turn 0. As you can see right there, we got a cleanse on our angry mob. As if he was never hit at all. But it's one of the only few things that can actually trigger like right at the beginning. Because it triggers almost more like a trait than anything. So it actually starts, it can trigger at the start of a fight. It's something that reoccurs every single turn. To check for it. It's one of the other reasons why it can be stunned. Is there is a per turn check. Right, one down. The power of Orpheus. You have no problem for the code. Enjoy, everyone. If anyone says any other questions that anyone want me to go over, do let me know. I'll take a skull over there. Grab. Okay, he did not cleanse this time, but every turn he has a high chance of doing so. Let me get rid of this web before we get webbed off the web. For the billing of time. I'll go for Leprechaun just to get things rolling. And now we win. We zoog off you. You need to die before you win. Ooh, I can't zog off him. That's really unfortunate. Is that enough to kill? It is. Perfect. And take out the dragon. If only we had a brown one and a diamond one. Technically 2 diamond ones. Oh, I forgot we're webbed. Whoops. We cleansed on Angry Mob, but we did not cleanse on Leprechaun. Unfortunately. You know what? We're just gonna go for the red. The amount of red spawns we do does not get diminished by web. Only our damage output, which we don't really care about there. Just not sure why I poked him with the Flame of Fur, though. It was already doing basically 0 damage anyways. We also targeted on something that we were planning on Zulgoffing. Which I do a lot in, oh, let me kill that first. Which I do a lot in Explore 12. Like, I'll poke something that I already planned to kill. And it's like, well, that damage did nothing. Okay, we'll take a skull there. So that can clean him up. And then we Zulg off the final one, and that's match. Success. Let's pick up our Dragonite. Grab our Dragonite. And there we go. We still need 1 billion more. Okay, we can get off Orpheus now. Change back to normal mana accumulation ones. Oh yeah, here's the redeem code we just handed out. Same loot as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,000 for gold. Definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Anyways, other events we haven't done. Anything? I think only crowns, right? Crowns and adventure board. And then we can go vault key grinds. Anything good here? Yes, a gem key. Hey, that's how much is in the redeem code. Technically slightly more in the redeem code because of gold and everything. Let's kill it out real quick. 3 quick fights. Your favorite Piskia team barely cares if it's webbed. The only thing I hate is the really weird Devour rate of Piskia. It's the main reason that keeps me from using it too much in most battles. Because you have to worry about a double RNG roll. And it's very possible to hit both of them never. Alright, let's go get our 10 crowns, and that's the only thing we have left. Of course, we could theoretically ignore the 10 crowns for the rest of this time. However, we do get a decent handful of keys if we do. So for 8 minutes, we can get 2 gem keys and a vault key. Which, you know, that's not bad. It's not like vault event loot, but it's not bad. Plus, it gives us an excuse to go get EXP. Which, for reasons of not being 1,800 yet, could be desirable. I'll catch you later, Clip Bomb. Also, hello, Anthony. Welcome, welcome. And no problem for the code. But if nothing else, at least a Kingdom event gives us a reason to do some EXP farming every day. It technically forces us to EXP farm for at least 8 minutes every day. Even if we weren't going to anyways. Oh, you're heading out because of your migraine? Hope it gets better, Isabel. Rest well. Catch you later. Did you hear about the Rel's retirement from Gems of War? Oh, is there another leaving Gems of War post on the forum? There's like one almost every month. Someone who's been around for like many, several years. Always happens eventually. Actually, I'm been considering this year returning back to a game that I have probably like left literally more than any other game that I have ever played. which is RuneScape, particularly old school RuneScape. But gosh, I have played and quit RuneScape like 6 times since 2003, in like 2 decades. I don't think there is any game I have played like so absurdly long, yet quit so many times than RuneScape in its entirety. Well, mostly the old school style, which of course they have servers for now. They keep adding so much content to it that it doesn't quite feel like old school RuneScape. Like it does, but also doesn't. Like your first 100 hours, maybe even your first 1,000 hours in old school RuneScape, like it feels the same. But once you start hitting endgame, it's completely different. Some ways for the better, some ways in the worse. It's really raid focused. Like absurdly raid focused. Like team-based raids. Or team-based activities. What do we need here? Take a green and hope it surges, and it does. But yeah, if we ever do start old school RuneScape, I'm not sure when it will be, because that is like a 3,000 hours commitment. Like if you think we played a lot of Pokemon the last year, because tomorrow is actually the 1-year anniversary of Legends Arceus, the main thing that got us back into Pokemon. Gosh, if we did the same thing for RuneScape, we will have like no free time. I would say RuneScape's the first idle game I ever played, where there's like AFK methods where you just click once and then check it back later. It's not like auto clicker levels of like autoplay, but it gets pretty close. Sure feels like it with some activities. I don't know, that game has like more nostalgia for me than like anything. Let's see, we'll take that one over. So have we gotten our 10 crowns yet? I've not been keeping track at all. I want to say no, given how long we've been doing it for. Though they tend to creep around sometimes. Ah, did we get it? No. Wait, we only got 5. We still need another 5. Let's keep going. Well, quite a few Gems of War content creators have came and went. Like every single one of like the original content creators, other than ourselves, has left. If you count like the original few, not counting the ones in different languages, because I have no clue if they have or have not left, because I don't keep track of them. But as far as like English-speaking Gems of War content creators, every single one, the original ones, have left. Even Salty, literally one on the dev team that was doing it. They really had quite a few good videos. I feel like most people stop doing it after a couple years, from what I've seen. But we've stuck with it the entire 6 years we've been doing it. Because normally people stop after about 2 or 3 years, because it doesn't make like a huge amount of money compared to other things you can be doing. Oh no, I enjoy it. I enjoy the community. Enjoy talking to you guys every day. Yeah, Keyline left years ago. He had a lot of really good guides. Kind of left out of nowhere one day, though. Like, almost off the entirety of the internet. Oh, thank you for that, Emanator. Yeah, I plan to always keep doing it. There might eventually be a point where we stop the daily streams. Or at least currently. We're going to keep up with them. I don't think there would ever be a point where we stop doing like weekly videos and the Friday videos though. And normally one single nightly stream every single day isn't too bad to do. It just depends if I ever have something I need to do like that's nighttime specific. And of course sometimes there's durations of times where we stop for a little while. Normally if I'm away for a given amount of time. Also, there might be a few months this year where we don't stream necessarily every single day. Because I'm likely going to be having some company over for an extended period of time. And there's a good chance I won't be able to stream every single night. So I'll still try to at least a couple of them. Probably on some of the more important days like Mondays or Fridays. Though that wouldn't last forever, just for a couple months. Almost like a very long vacation where we're just like occasionally streaming. Yeah, Colonel of the Hearse was one of the ones I was thinking of, the original ones. Because he started, I think, only several months after me? Or maybe a year after me? I can't remember. Yeah, he's one of the OGs. Yeah, he did get in the argument with the developers. That was funny. Yeah, I still need to go update all my newer player guides. The biggest issue is I haven't made like a new player account in like 3 years now. Like the last time I did was for the Nintendo Switch, and I believe that came out 3 years ago as of a couple months from now. I think it was like March 3 years ago or something. Because that was the last time I made a new player account. Because what I used to do is like every single year do it so we can cover new content. But it's slightly hard to cover new player stuff without like making a new account. Like, you can explain things, but you can't quite show things in the same way. Mostly because you have like drastically higher stats and stuff like that. It just takes a lot of effort to make something like that consistently. We did like way in the past, but our most updated one is like 3-4 years ago. Except when they haven't given Vault events for 4 months. Has it been that long? There's no way it's been that long. Wasn't it early December last time? It'd be only 2 months then. Well, not even 2 months yet. Yeah, the devs used to... Those were actually pretty fun events when they used to happen. The developers used to post videos on their YouTube channel, sometimes multiple, for every upcoming update. They stopped doing that around 2017. It's been a while. Yeah, they did do one for Nomapalooza. But I mean, as far as like doing one based on an update, I believe the last one was like 2017. Because it was like version 2 point something, if I'm not mistaken. Because I don't think we ever got one for Underworld, which is 3.0, which was like, what, 4 years ago? So it's like 2019. So yeah, last one had to have been like 2017 or 2018 or something. When was their last Twitch stream? I have no clue. Like a year ago? Year and a half? The last Salty's Twitch stream was like, actually, what date was that? I don't remember. I still have the team, but I don't remember what date it was. It's like a year and a half ago. They basically just completely stopped streaming at that point. I think since Salty left, they have done 5 streams? Less? 5 or less. Somewhere around there. The last time this game had no bugs? I don't think that date exists. There were some really notorious bugs at launch. Like literal infinite resources in like 5 different ways. But yeah, there has never been a single point this game has not had bugs. I even had to report a couple like ultra major ones to them. Like how you could desync your connection for infinite loot. That one didn't really get that public though. Well, there were several very weird ones. But I don't think there's been a day in this game's history in the last 8 years where it has had no bugs. Did I sign up for the beta? No, I did not sign up for the beta. Did any of you sign up for the beta? We have a few questions for you later. But no, I haven't done the beta test for them for like a couple years now. So have we not gotten these crowns yet? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we got them all. Alright, let's go do a bunch of Volkeys. And we have 2 extra ones to go open. Let's go do like 52 Volkeys. Which is 50 plus the 2 we got from other things. Isn't a non-disclosure part of the beta? Yes and no. It's not like they make you sign anything. Like, you're generally not supposed to, but there's so many people who share info from it anyways. Like, way before it's out. Like, I don't think there's been a single beta where stuff is not leaked from the beta in some way, shape, or form. Like, there's normally whole threads on the forum normally discussing it. Like the spoiler threads. No, they've invited people back who used to share info. Because it kept leaking, so they were inviting someone back who still kept doing it. So we're getting a lot of 120 gem drops here. Do you notice that Invasion didn't get posted to the forum? They don't always automate all of them. It's very weird which ones they choose not to and not to post onto the forum. But I believe Invasion and Raids are normally ones they do not post on the forum when they happen. Hey, another Dragonite Gnome. If only we could get one as a drop. I need to go double check how many Dragonite Gnomes we've gotten. We've gotten like 30 of them while also getting 0, which is a really funny combination to have. Let me go double check. So we've gotten 0 Dragonite Gnomes so far, but we've also gotten... we've also gotten 23 Dragonite Gnomes. But we've also gotten 0 Dragonite Gnomes. 0 as a drop, but 23 of them as a card drop. You know, none of them in the wild. Eventually we'll find one. Well, whatever tool Salty was doing was probably made by someone else, not by her. So someone on the dev team would know how to run it. Because I highly doubt Salty made the tool that is used to auto-post it. It didn't break, it's working as intended. Very true. Come on, where are all the good orbs? Technically Major Purple's good, but I mean actually good. So many major orbs, so little loots. It happens though. So I'm surprised we haven't been seeing more Cedrics. He's pretty common. Yet we've actually been getting kind of lucky in not seeing him. For whatever reason, I feel like a lot of his drops have been replaced by Dragonite Gnome. Almost as if Dragonite Gnome is in its own like drop table. Or even sharing one with Cedric for some reason. Because I feel like we've been getting less Cedrics, but like an oddly weird amount of Dragonite Gnomes. Higher than what you would expect for number of keys opened. Speaking of which, how did we already get another Dragonite Gnome? Like, there's no... I think they, like, accidentally put Dragonite Gnome in the same drop table as Cedric or something. Because I can't think of any other reason why Cedric seems so much rarer and Dragonite Gnome seems so common. Compared to other gnomes. Oh yeah, all the posts on the forum are automated. Even patch notes normally are. Because they generally know the exact date that they're going to happen. Hey, a new orb. Surprisingly, that's the only one we've gotten all stream so far. 79. Gonna have a slight problem when it reaches 100. Gonna have to make the text smaller. I wonder if next patch will have something we'll need to keep track of. So last year around March, we got an update where we kept track of how many gnomes we've ever found. Or sorry, not gnomes. I mean mimics. Then December, we actually had a patch where, you know, we had some new orbs to keep track of. And I'm not sure what the next big thing will be. Maybe it'll be how many treasure hunts we've gone through without getting the new loot. The new treasure hunt essence. Next patch bug bingo card. Go ahead and put Magma Dragon in your Mythic tier list. Oh yeah, we should be able to get that out in the next week or so. Actually, I want to try getting it out on Tuesday or Wednesday if I can, of next week. Because I have a doctor appointment on Thursday and I can't eat going up to it, so I'm going to be really lightheaded initially. Use as a blood test for that day. Add a bug counter for next patch. It has to be a big enough patch for them to actually break stuff, though. But that hasn't stopped them before. We got 1770 keys. And where have we heard soon TM before? Everywhere. Oh, we got Celestial. And a purple to go with it. Oh, major orb? Aw, major blue. Boo. I remember when and back in my day, major blues used to be considered good. They still are if you're progressing through the game. But otherwise, nope. They have long passed. Mostly due to lack of things to use power orbs on. Like, they would instantly be fixed the second there was something to use power orbs on. Well, the main reason they might not have the Mythic because the campaign starts is they probably won't get a lot more data until the next patch comes out. But the next patch is at least a couple weeks away. We know that because they literally just started the beta this week. Oh, they definitely did something to make Dragonite no more common. There's no way. We have 25 of them now. 3 to 4 of them just this stream. We're not even opening that many keys. We're opening 52. Like, I'm almost, like, convinced they added the Cursed Gnome to the Cedric drop table, which honestly, I don't mind. There was already too many Cedrics, but now we have an issue where there's too many Cedrics and too many Dragonite Gnomes. It didn't fully fix the issue. It just displaced the issue into two things rather than one. New to poll, how many new mythics will be introduced Before Tacit releases the Mythic tier list. Should be 0. It should be 0. Oh, we already finished Tower of Doom on Monday, so we haven't done it on any other day other than Monday. We literally just wiped out the entirety of it in under an hour. Back on Monday. Ooh, Major Orb of Ink. Oh, no, that's not the good one. Never mind. I thought that was the good one for a second. Boo. Doesn't do anything. What are we going to save? Mythic Ingots? So that we can use them for nothing? Hey, Major Blue. That's slightly better. Though not by much. Yeah, we've been done with Tower of Doom since day 1. Like, you can do the entirety of the event in an hour. Or at least it's possible to. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, there's the second sneeze this stream. Where did he come from? I haven't sneezed in a while. Oh, you know what? It could start to be pollen season starting very slowly. I could have sworn that's a little bit later in the year. I was not sure what's making me sneeze all of a sudden. So many major orbs. Nothing from them, though. Got like 10 major orbs and not a single one has had a single drop. At least not of the juicy ones. Was that the final one, or do we still have one more? One more! That'd be 52 keys this stream then. Let's see, what do we got? Final drop. Anything good? Come on, 300 gems, 24 gem keys. Major of something important. Oh, Major Orb? The one and only good drop all stream? Something? No, oh, that's not horrible, but it's not what we're looking for necessarily. Gosh, you know how many Orbs of Clans I have and have never used? And might never ever use at this rate. We have, not that. We have, 676 small purples and 274 major purples. To put that into perspective, let's do some math real quick. 1,500 times, 274 equals 411,000. Then we take 676 times 300. Then we, which is 202,000. Then we add those two numbers together, which is 618,800. We then divide that by 20. That is 30,690 keys. That is 2 years of mythics. Right there, those two numbers. This is 2 years of opening for the Friday mythic, you know, the first Friday of every month. And we would still not even touch any other resources other than these two orbs. This doesn't include the seal stack we already have. Just those two orbs. It doesn't count any of the already existing almost 500,000 seals. Just our two orb stacks is 2 years of Friday mythics. That's not counting our gem keys, our glory keys, our seals that we already have, our VIP keys, our event keys, our other stacks that can be put towards it. That is just counting our orbs. Is 2 years of every new mythic to ever release. That's a lot of spare resources. But anyways, guys, I guess we'll end it here for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, actually this weekend, we don't really have much going on for Gems of War, so we're mostly just going to be grinding, opening up more of these vault keys, want to start whittling these down. Want to ideally start to reach almost 0 of them by the time we hit next vault event, so we have even more incentive to grind the next vault event that should be pretty soon, a couple weeks from now. So we have that to look forward to. It's been forever since we've had one, of course. Aside from that, yeah, just kind of be messing around with everything, finishing out Lunar New Year, finishing out the campaign thing that is still going on all next week as well, and going from there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I will be streaming some Pokemon this weekend as well. We'll be doing Pokemon Legends Arceus tomorrow. It's the 1-year anniversary of it. The main thing that actually got us back into Pokemon. And on Sunday, we'll be kind of doing a bit of a stream like we did earlier today. And just do a bunch of shiny hunting in that other game, the newer one. That's pretty much the game plan. And then I probably won't have a midday stream until probably next week's weekend after that. Like, we will this weekend, and then we probably won't again until next week's weekend. Just because I'm going to be busy on most weekdays this week with one thing or another. So it probably won't be until the following weekend. But we have this weekend as well. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy your weekends. Stay safe out there. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching as always. Greatly appreciated.